Hey there, this is Katrina, the owner of COSMarketing Agency, and I'm here with another video. Today we're going to give you a free social media audit where we're going to go into how you can post with purpose in the rest of 2025. We're going to be going into depth about social media algorithm changes and things that you need to do for the rest of this year to get the maximum bang for your buck when it comes to your content and social media strategy. All right, and while we're at it, please make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. It helps us out tremendously, and it allows the algorithms to notice us, so thank you so much ahead of time for doing that. Authentic, educational, and community-driven content is going to be the name of the game. Of course, we were talking about video being a big part of it as well, but let's talk a little bit about that authenticity part of what I just said, right? We live in a world of AI, artificial everything, synthetic this and that. People are actually starting to crave something more authentic. It's kind of going one way or the other. And I'll tell you, the audience that is looking for something real, raw, and authentic is going to be especially good for your small business owners that don't have all the bells and whistles and the expensive AI programs that other companies have. Or you want to make it strictly educational, where your call to action, your pitch is very minimal, or it might not even be there. It's just purely about the education, giving them something for free, which is knowledge, and something where they feel like their time is valued and they're learning something right before they even pick up the phone or spend a dime. That's powerful. Let's get into another topic: meaningful interactions on social media in 2025. That's a big part of these algorithm shifts in general and things you just want to keep in mind. So many times I will do audits and I'll see they have social media activity despite not knowing exactly how they're doing it or why it's happening. They're still getting comments and likes and shares. A lot of it is about just being there, right? But they're not responding to people. They're not responding to their comments or, when somebody follows or anything whatsoever. It's just stagnant on their end other than the posts. That looks like it's a one-way street to your audience. And I'll tell you, it's going to be a lot better if you're commenting, especially if it's not something that's automated. Don't just set it up where a bot's commenting the same thing. Oh, thanks. Here's our newsletter. And just the same boring crap over and over again. Really respond as a person and give a realistic, empathetic response, especially if they're contacting you because they need help about something, Adult or older audience, anywhere between, 30s and up. Our clients are usually servicing people 40s and up. So, certain newer sites like X or TikTok or Blue Sky. Blue Sky is the newest one. Or some of these other things that typically accompany a different kind of audience is not one that we always talk about. So that's why we're focusing on that. But we do have content about essentially any and all social media sites, including Blue Sky, which is pretty much new, on our channel if you want to check that out specifically. Your ability to relay information kind of like a high-end consultant would. I mean, there's a lot of this in marketing, but really any industry thought leadership is an interesting aspect to it. Now, if you just started your business, it would be disingenuous to call yourself a thought leader. You got to have a business for at least, maybe 5 to 10 years. I would say at least before you could really consider yourself a thought leader in the industry. Now, if you're somebody who's been in the industry for a while, you're just starting your business, but you've been corporate level, high-end management in your industry, same industry as the new business for a while. Okay, I could see that. But in general, you want some time as a business owner before you could use that thought leadership angle. So if you are in that position and you've been in your industry for a while, use that angle on LinkedIn. And that means getting involved, adding more personalization to your content. The trending audio makes a big difference, especially for Instagram, Facebook to a certain extent as well. All these sites, if they have a trending audio section, it's worth looking at. But Instagram, it's just super powerful right now, and I would highly, highly recommend it. Also, in general, not just with Instagram, but for any and all social media sites we've talked about or haven't talked about, Always remember that CTA, that call to action. Make sure you make it clear at the end what you want them to do, even if it's just simple as read a blog article or please like the video, and it's not like, buy for me or whatever. Doesn't matter what it is, but you need to have some kind of call to action at the end. That is super important. I would say more so for the long form than the short form, but in general.